Aside from entertaining the fans and passing off helpful messages, the Sex Education series faced a lot of drama behind the scenes. As it turns out, its cancellation wasn't just because the story was done. One of the main issues that the popular series faced was that many of the cast members started to leave around season 3, so it was challenging to get the story going. The crazy thing is that the show had no control over who left or stayed, as the reason why the show lost many of its stars will shock you. Simone Ashley was one of the returning cast in the series until she opted out for season 4. Ashley had a very good run in Sex Education, but she had to leave for a more enticing offer and role in Bridgerton 2. The actress portrays Kate in Bridgerton, and she's more than happy to be reprising her role in Bridgerton 3 as well. Despite that, many fans were still expecting to see her in Sex Education 4, but that didn't happen at all. When she was asked about her future in the series, she answered, "I get asked that all the time. No, I'm a Bridgerton girl now." And that's how Ashley left the show without looking back, which greatly affected the show, as you will soon find out. More cast continued to leave Sex Education, and the reason behind it became even more shady. Reki Thakrar played Emily Sands, and she was also consistent for the first 3 seasons, but couldn't return for the 4th season. But then she couldn't reveal the real reason behind her exit, saying, "I'm not part of the new series, I can't really talk about why, but I'm so proud of the show and grateful to have been part of something so important. There is nothing bad about Sex Education." Although there seems to be a deeper reason behind Rocky not being able to return for season 4, the simplest explanation is that her role ended with Moordale school closure. Another supporting cast member of the show, Patricia Allison, also revealed that her time with Sex Education was over, which is why fans didn't see her in season 4. She revealed this prior to the season 4 release date, saying, "I know I absolutely have loved being on Sex Education so much and playing Ola, but unfortunately I won't be joining the team for season 4. According to Patricia, she was very sad to be leaving the show, but she just had to because she had other important projects lined up for her. She said, "I'm just going to be doing some other little things, some other opportunities have come up." So Patricia got a lead role in Paradise, and she's also in Disney Plus's Extraordinary. And all of these are the reasons why she couldn't be a part of Sex Education 4. It's a different story for Tanya Reynolds, who portrayed Lily, as she revealed that her character's storyline had already ended with season 3. She also added that Lily had a happy ending with no other issues that needed to be sorted out. Also, she revealed that Sex Education 3 ended with many of the characters going separate ways, which explained why most of them didn't return for the 4th season. However, it got even crazier on set because even the original cast members wanted out after season 4, and it wouldn't have made sense if the series continued without the few most regular characters. Shudi Gatwa, who played Eric, also got to the stage where he had to say goodbye to Sex Education, and he revealed that his last appearance would be in season 4 with a caption saying, "Last day, last time, bye bubs, thank you for all the lessons and for all the strength." So this announcement came before it became known that season 4 would be the last installment in the series. The actor was going to leave because he had another big role lined up for him in Doctor Who. Also, Gatwa has other reasons why he's had enough of Sex Education. Although the show has taught him a lot of things needed for his growth, the actor mentioned that the set wasn't always a happy one. He spoke about his struggles on set, saying it was very hard. It was such a big show. When you're telling stories that haven't been seen before, there's always a battle as to how to tell them. It wasn't always joyous. Although Sex Education got Gatwa his breakout role, the show also exposed him to the negativity going on in the entertainment industry. He got to play the role of Eric, who's a very lively and happy person who always owns up to his truth. And Gatwa made this character so uncomplicated and free that it made many viewers start being free with themselves as well. But not everyone was able to see this because, according to Gatwa, there was a time on set when he had an issue with a producer based on his character. He said, "I remember being told by an executive producer that white people wouldn't understand my character Eric. This got Gatwa really pissed because the character wasn't written for any particular race in general. And he added that if white people need something to understand, there are many shows out there that could help with that." Gatwa continued by saying that his life has picked up so fast ever since Sex Education started, and that it's not been an easy ride for him at all. However, he wasn't the only main cast who was eager to leave, as Emma Mackey also made her exit known before the show was actually canceled. Before season 4 was released, Emma said, "Season 5, I've just finished the 4th one last week. No, I don't think I'll be in season 5. I've said goodbye to Maeve. She also added that she feels that it's so weird to have her still trying to portray a teenager when she's almost 30 years of age. Just like Gatwa, Emma also got her big break with Sex Education, and she's very grateful for that. In her opinion, it was time that she took a break and not overstayed her welcome. However, some further details reveal even more reasons why the show slowly ended with an illustration that says it's just like every adolescent stage that one has to grow out of. A cultural critic, Ani Bundel, exposed some facts behind Sex Education and why it didn't last longer than it did. They made a shocking revelation about the show by saying that it was initially designed to help Asa Butterfield's acting career. Asa was actually a child star who featured in many popular films like The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, but as he grew older, he became less famous, so the critic claimed that the show was to help Asa find his footing. Over the years, Sex Education solved many teen issues and gained a respectable number of fans and followers. The show became successful, but Ani added that Netflix wouldn't call it a record breaker that has to continue like Bridgerton and Stranger Things. Aside from that being some of the challenges that were faced in the making of Sex Education, Netflix was also confused about whether to continue the show after season 4 or not, and the big reason why is that Sex Education is basically a high school show, and high school is a period that doesn't last forever, so they had a few choices left in continuing the series, which were to explore the characters' college life, remain in high school, and bring on newer characters, or cancel the show. At one point, Netflix actually considered moving on to season 5 of Sex Education, even if that meant they had to do it without Emma Mackey, Shudi Gatwa, and a few others. The series was initially planned to move forward, especially with the newly added cast that joined season 4. But the production team later decided against that and made the 4th season a finale instead. However, the problem didn't end there. Now, remember that the critic claimed that Sex Education was meant to give Asa a new start. Instead, the show became a breakthrough moment for cast members like Emma, Gatwa, and Ashley, who got even bigger deals outside the series. And Asa still hasn't found that deal breaker after Sex Education, as he only recently featured in a rom-com called Your Christmas or Mine. That initial goal to set him up with the show didn't work as planned, and it was a big concern behind the scenes, which means there was no need to keep pushing it. Also, Sex Education is a British series dominated by British cast members. So, Ani thinks that the show wasn't really popular among the American audience, which is one of the reasons it got canceled. According to Annie, the show was too forward by being open to many steamy issues that have to do with teenagers, starting from how it's okay to send private pictures as a young teen and even consider terminating a pregnancy. The show was very inclusive of every positive and negative of a young romance. So, from this point of view, the critic made mention of how the series would have raised eyebrows and controversies if it had gotten more popular among the American audience. Also, that could have limited the show's expressions in so many ways. So, with how most of the major cast kept leaving and how the show couldn't achieve its early set out goals of promoting the lead star, it was definitely the right choice for Netflix to cancel the series. By doing that, they get to end the story how they want and still finish really well compared to overstaying their welcome and losing viewers over time. They avoided the elite curse, and it was a good decision. What do you think of these reasons and details behind the Sex Education cancellation? Share your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching.